Test, test. There we go. That's what I needed. Good evening, sports fans. Welcome to Game 2 of Week 8, League 1, Season 18. The Navy midshipmen are number 7 and are visiting the unranked but undefeated Temple Owls. A quick look at the Temple Owls. Senior Donnie Moore is a 91. He's got 76 speed and 96 awareness. He gets 250 yards a game through the air. He's 12-1 touchdowns to interceptions. He doesn't run much. He gets a 3.7 average on about 10 rushes a game. We'll see if those are scrambles or options. Anthony Fernando is really the heart of this offense. 125 yards a game, 10 touchdowns on the ground. Nothing really to speak of through the air, but he's backed up by Poland, who gets another 64 yards on the ground, and Wilson Smith, who gets another, he gets 17, a little bit on the ground as well. Sullivan doesn't have much to speak of. Well, Walker leads the way with 88 passing, not a whole lot to Young, only 17, but Andrews is the number 2 receiver with 61, and it's actually Mitchell who's number 3 with 48 yards a game. All right, and sorry, the left tackle is 88. Preston, the left guard, is a 91. Center is a 92. But the right guard is an 80. The right tackle is an 89. So there's a dip at left guard and right tackle, but the offensive line is quite good. Part of the reason why this running game is so good. The left end is an 89. Right end is a 77, but Kaplan is a 97, fantastic junior defensive tackle, 300 pounds. Just incredibly good. So we're not really counting on stuff up the middle. The left outside linebacker is an 81. Middle linebacker is an 86. Right outside is an 87. Corners are 82, 80, 79, but they've got speed. Free safeties are 85 and 88, and an impact player at the strong safety position. So they've got a quality defense all around, things around to buttress that single guy below 80 at left end. Quality kicker. And that's an all-around good team for the Temple Owls. We did play them last year. They've got a new head coach, but the same coordinators. So we'll see if that means that they stay the same overall, or if they go back to what they did last year, which was no huddle, all game, running on the first down, QB scrambling only when he had to, and really playing a pro style of 11 personnel in the I and the ace and the shotgun. Their defense was 2 down linemen against the 5 wide last year, 3 against most and only 4 against the eye sometimes. So we'll see if they do the same thing this year or not. As you can see, they, like Navy, are very good in turnover differential, so we're going to make sure not to hand the ball to them. Their pass defense is a lot worse than the rush defense, so we'll see what happens there. But with the 9th overall total offense, because their passing game and running game are so good and so complementary, it's no reason they're number 9 and number 11 in total offense and total points per game. Hopefully this total defense of the Navy midshipmen will stand up to that. So without further ado, we will turn it over to the voice of Navy football and the head coach of the Syracuse Orange, Coach Spector. Coach.
Good evening, sports fans. Welcome to the second game of this exciting doubleheader in League One action. We are here in week 8 of season 18, and your 7th-ranked Navy midshipmen taking on a challenger for the Eastern Division. It's an interdivisional game for Navy, one that won't count in the divisional race except for how it counts in the conference race. Nevertheless, a challenging opponent in 5-0 Temple, as Coach just described for you. Temple having success on both sides of the ball, certainly in offense and in rush defense to this point in the season, a season in which they have started the year 5-0. This game will take place in Philadelphia at the Link, the home of the Philadelphia Eagles, 80,000 seat stadium. We will be interested in seeing what the attendance is for a team that doesn't have a long history of success, although they had a good season last year and have had in the past in League One a couple of bowl appearances. This so far, the best season yet for the Temple Owls. They host your number 7 Navy midshipmen, who are looking to stay in the top 10 and continue to fight for a spot in the conference championship game. Looking at the numbers there as described, 11th in offense, Temple averaging 41 points a game, 9th in yardage, 24th in passing, 25th in rushing, a balanced attack. While Navy, for their part, coming in with the 40th ranked passing attack and the 16th ranked scoring defense, in large part due to their 4th ranked rushing defense. Multiple things being put to the test today as your 7th ranked Navy midshipmen make the trip to Philadelphia, not a very far distance from the Annapolis campus of the United States Naval Academy. They may have been able to cut costs and take a bus. It's that short. Big players for Temple: Kaplan, Fernando, and Robinson, the D tackle, halfback, and center. We'll see how they perform today against this Navy front, led by Joe Bright, Reggie Henry, and Ryan Downs. Joe Bright out with an injury. He will miss the next couple of weeks, and this is one of them. So Navy will have to adapt to that injury to star halfback Joe Bright. Ryan Downs and company will have to answer the call on defense here on the road. It is an overcast sky day, some mist in the air, potentially some rain throughout the course of the game here in Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, so they say. A balanced attack by Temple. Meanwhile, Navy, with a lot more yards passing than rushing this season, they have made attempts to open up their offense with some success, led by sophomore phenom Peter Moss at quarterback. The two teams taking the field. Temple running out of the tunnel here. The Temple Owls coming into the game at 5-0. taking on your Navy midshipmen, hoping to give Temple their first loss of the season here in this exciting matchup on the road. We are live at Lincoln Financial Field in a gray mist, where these two winning football teams, both likely to make a bowl this year, meet for the first time this season. Navy selects tails for the coin toss, and it goes their way. They will get the ball to start the second half. That means that Temple will get us underway following a kickoff by Navy to get this game started. Temple with the opening drive of the game, while Navy will have the opportunity to begin the second half. Lined up for the kick is Ewing. He boots it deep into the end zone, and Temple elects to take the touchback. They'll bend the knee, and they will start with the ball at their own 25.
So here comes the offense taking the field for the first time today. Sets up the screen. Tailback's got it. And down he goes.
On first down, it's a screen pass after right flat. There was a defender there, but Temple's receiver able to bypass much of the tackle and get positive yards on the play. Now back to pass and complete to Walker. He breaks a couple of tackles, falls forwards. It's 19 yards, and it looks like today the Owls will be employing a no-huddle attack on offense. They run a balanced offense. It'll be interesting to see how Navy adapts to what is essentially a 50-50 offense running the no-huddle. Here on 2nd and 8 are the Temple Owls out to their own 34-yard line in the opening possession of the ball game. Out to the flat to Mitchell, breaks the tackle and caught and has the first down. John Mitchell picks up 15. It'll be 1st and 10 for Temple, just outside the Navy 30-yard line. We're not even a minute into the game. We're here in Philadelphia for Temple's first possession, and it's a corner route to Andrews. He's got a lot of space and gets tackled only after a 32-yard gain. It's going to take the ball all the way down to 1st and goal, going to be about the 1.5-yard line, perhaps even the 1, when Temple hikes the ball. They give to Fernando. He breaks the tackle and finds his way into the end zone. Thanks to that broken tackle, it is a touchdown for Temple. Very quickly on their opening drive, it is 6-0 Owls awaiting the extra point. Navy has not yet had possession.
They got to him early, but didn't get quite enough of it. Temple up 6. And he adds the extra point. A nice 6-play, 76-yard drive. And it's good for 7 points. So our score, 7-0. Grant gets set to kick this one away. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. He's to the 10. And he's tackled at the 13-yard line. Navy's staff.
Kick goes into the end zone barely. Navy elects to take it out, and they will start the ball near the 15-yard line at the 13, here on 1st and 10 for the opening possession of the midshipmen.
That he can go on the road and make the plays and lead them to a big victory. Sometimes when you hit some adversity like that, you see teams circle the wagons. And I really
Temple coming out in the 3-man front, Navy responding with 5 wide receivers. Peter Moss in a shotgun set. Back to pass is Moss, looking, finds Reggie Henry. He picks up 3 on the first play, going to be 2nd and 7. Out to the 16-yard line, go the midshipmen.
From their own 16-yard line. 2nd down.
11 personnel for the midshipmen. Moss in a shotgun set, surveys the defense. On the quarterback keeper, it's the read option, and Moss keeps it. He gets the first down. It's a 10-yard gain by Peter Moss. Now going to be a fresh set of downs for the midshipman offense.
From their own 26-yard line. First down.
First and 10, just outside the Navy 25-yard line. Option play, Moss pitches it to White, and Perry White picks up 10 yards on first down. Going to be another first down, another fresh set of downs for the Navy offense.
First and 10. Ball on the 36-yard line.
Here we are on first and 10 from the 37-yard line. Peter Moss in a shotgun set. 4 down lineman for Temple. Out of the backfield to White. White on the reception. Perry White picks up 6. Now going to be 2nd and 4.
They need about 4 yards to pick up the first.
Out of the huddle they come. It's 4 down linemen for Temple. 2 tight ends for Navy. In an eye tight set. Up the gut to White. He's got the first down and more. An impressive 9-yard gain as the offensive line opened up a good hole for the midshipmen. Going to be first and 10 from the Temple 49-yard line. The first excursion into Owl territory for the Navy offense. Some machinations there in the huddle by the Navy coaching staff. They want to make sure that they have their best personnel and their best options on the field. It's now first and 10, Navy football, trailing by 7 on their first drive. Moss on the keeper, then pitches to White as he encountered traffic, and White able to take it up to the left sideline for 14 yards. Big gain on first and 10 for Navy. We now have a fresh set of downs at the 34-yard line, driving on their first possession.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 34.
Four down lineman for Temple. 11 personnel for Navy. Here on first and 10. Back to pass goes Moss, and out of the backfield he finds Hall. And Joe Hall, a late addition to the starting lineup, makes a 3-yard catch. Now going to be second down, 7 yards to go. Midshipmen making a review of their formation situation. And here on second and 7, they come out of the huddle. They've got twin tight ends and an eye tight set. 4 down linemen for Temple. Fuller comes in motion. It's a corner route to Reggie Henry. And Henry able to pick up 16 yards. Going to be a first downs for Navy as they attempt to tie the ball game here in the first quarter. We are 5 minutes into the ball game. 3 minutes left. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. $15-yard line, the marker. On what appears to be the right hash. We'll see what Navy has in mind here on 1st and 10. Fresh hitter downs, opportunity possibly to take a chance or two. Meanwhile, not as much space. And Temple will try to stiffen on defense. Shotgun split big, quarterback and two backs in the backfield. And Peter Moss gets the pitch off. It's a well-timed pitch. And that results in a 12-yard gain by Perry White as Peter Moss drew the majority of the attention from the defense. Navy able to convert and get a 1st and goal from the 3, trying to tie the ball game.
This offense doesn't have to make any adjustments because their plan is working perfectly.
First and goal, and if they can execute, we'll be all tied up.
Oliver Hole come, and Navy stays in the eye tight. 4 down linemen for Temple. They give up the gut to White. He gets positive yards, 2 in fact, but is prevented from reaching the end zone by the defense. Now going to be 2nd and goal here on Navy's opening drive.
Here's the 11th play of the drive.
1.5-yard line, the marker. Navy lines up in an eye tight. Peter Moss under center gets the snap and muscles his way into the end zone. And we are an extra point away for a tie ball game here with 1:39 left in the first quarter.
Here's the PAT to tie this thing up. And he converts the extra point.
Kick is up and good. We are tied at 7. Both teams scoring on their opening possession. Now Temple set to receive the kickoff for their 2nd attempt.
Ewing looks ready to kick this one off. Sends it sailing downfield. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback.
It's a deep kick. Temple elects to bend the knee. That's going to give them possession at the 25-yard line.
Last drive ended with as good a result as you can hope for, and I'm sure they'd like
These two teams tied at 7 here in the early going.
Because right now the quarterback is in such a good rhythm that you've got to do something to try to get him out of it. I would suggest trying to bring more pressure.
Back to passes Moore looking and surveys and finds Mike Young. Good for 18 yards as Temple goes to the no huddle, having converted the 1st down. Moore drops back, quickly throws to Young underneath. Young in the left flat picks up a 5-yard pass, turns it into 8 yards. And now the Owls facing 2nd and 2 as they hurry up to the line. Navy trying to respond with a 4-3 under defense. 11 personnel. It's to give up the gut to Fernando. He picks up 2. They needed just a hair more. Now going to be 3rd and inches. Quickly comes Temple to the line. Give to Fernando. And Fernando breaks tackles. Gets a massive 24-yard gain. Converts the 1st down. Extends the drive. Brings the Owls into field goal range. Back to passes Moore and finds Andrews. He gets the 1st down. And after the first down, there's a flag on the play. It's going to be clipping. We'll see how this works out. They did convert the first down before the flag, therefore they are on first down. But the result of the penalty tacks on 2 yards. Temple will move back and yet retain first down, but still facing 1st and 12 from the midshipman 26-yard line.
From the 26-yard line, it's first down.
Out of the huddle they come. It's 11 personnel for Navy, 3 down linemen for Temple. Oh, sorry, check that. 11 personnel for Temple and 3 down linemen for Navy. Temple gets 7 yards on the carry. Now going to be 2nd down and 6. Just inside the 20-yard line are the Owls. In the waning moments of the first quarter, Fernando gets another handoff. It's 5 yards. Now going to be 3rd and inches. And still yet, Temple stays with the no huddle. Going into 3rd and 1. Navy trying to adjust. Back to pass and caught. Quarterback under heavy pressure, able to get the ball away at the last second. It's good for a 1st and goal from inside the 3-yard line for the Owls. Caught by Mike Young for the touchdown on what might be the last play from scrimmage in the first quarter. We might be able to get, with 8 seconds left, we might be able to get one more play from scrimmage following the kickoff. But as it stands, 2 possessions by Temple, 2 touchdowns, 1 possession by Navy, 1 touchdown. And the midshipmen will start the early stages of the second quarter with the football, trailing by 1 score. .008 on the clock as Temple lines up to kick off. It goes 3 yards into the end zone, and King elects to take it out. And gets the edge out beyond the 40. Excellent return by King. Travis King with a 46-yard return. He's going to set up the midshipmen with excellent field position. They'll get 1 play at the end of the first quarter. And then we will move on into the second frame.
But a deficit this manageable shouldn't be in the front of their minds. They just need to go out there and play.
Out of the shotgun split big, it's an option to the right. Temple identified it. Got a tackle for a loss of 2. And the first quarter ends with Temple leading 14-7, thanks to an extra possession and good offensive execution. Now Navy on their second possession, facing 2nd and long.
And we're ready for more football here in quarter number 2.
4 down linemen for the Owls. Navy and 11 personnel. Back to pass goes Moss, looking, throws to the sideline, caught by Reggie Henry, the star receiver for Navy. Good for 3 yards. Now going to be 3rd down, 9 yards to go.
3rd down, and they need to get it inside the 47. The quarterback in the gun, empty backfield, 5 wide receivers in the formation.
Spread set for the midshipmen. 3rd and 9. Back to pass goes Moss, looking, rolls to his left, has open space, takes off running, gets the first down and a lot more. Peter Moss taking advantage of the coverage call by Temple. They spent the bank covering the receivers, and there was not an investment in protecting against the quarterback scramble. Peter Moss able to take advantage of it. It's a fresh set of downs at the 33 for Navy.
1st and 10. Ball on the 33. 5 wide.
Here on 1st and 10, just inside the 35 at about the 34, maybe the 34 and a half or 33 and a half. And it's a sack, the first sack of the day, as Peter Moss goes down. Will Kaplan
Those linemen better
able to
pick that
find his way into the
quarterback up and start
backfield.
doing a better job of taking
Up
care
to
of it.
this point, Navy has been able to find enough time in the pocket, but Kaplan makes a great play, and we are now facing 2nd and 18.
Defense looking for another sack in the 2nd down and long situation.
Navy coming out in the eye tight, their second favorite formation. 4 down linemen for Temple. Moss under center. Play action pass. Looking, finds Reggie Henry wide open. Henry with an excellent spin move. Picks up an extra 7 or 8 yards. And inside the 10-yard line, go the Navy midshipmen here on their second possession, trying to respond to Temple scoring on their first 2 possessions. Navy with 1st and goal coming up next.
And the big pickup through the air has made it 1st and goal.
Out of the huddle they come. Navy in a shotgun split big. 4 down linemen for Temple here on 1st and goal. Quarterback keeper gets the pitch off, tackled by the defense. Perry White, no gain on the play. This sportscaster suspects there was no win to be had there between the quarterback or the halfback, as the defense was ready for that option play. Now here on 2nd and goal from the 7, Navy takes a radical turn and goes back to the spread set. They go from a tight set to a spread set. They've got 5 wide receivers. Back to pass is Moss. Looking, finds Reggie Henry. Henry picks up 7. Now going to be 3rd and goal from about the 1.5-yard line. They'll call it the 1. We'll see where they spot it.
This is the 8th play of this drive.
It is just inside the 1. That's the marker. Navy in an eye tight, and they give the fullback, and Leonard Scott picks up the first points of his game, the first carry of his game, and the tying score for the Navy midshipmen. We were an extra point away from a 14-14 deadlock here in the 2nd quarter in Philadelphia.
He makes the PAT. Here's an update from the studio and restatement.
Let's take a look at scores around the country. And for Eastern Michigan, they're looking to win their 3rd straight. Eastern Michigan leads it 7-0.
All right, thanks a lot, Reese. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff.
Back to return.
He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback.
Both these defensive coordinators have got to be going crazy right now.
The kick goes deep enough into the end zone that it will force Temple to take over at their own 25 following a touchback. A fast start for both teams. Each team with 2 drives, each team with 2 touchdowns. 14-14 affair here in Philadelphia as Temple breaks the huddle. Moore on the draw play gives to Fernando, who's able to only get 1 yard. There were enough defensive bodies, maybe not exactly positioned, but certainly with enough awareness and talent and skill to make the play very quickly. It's a quick pass to Walker off the no-huddle play, and Walker picks up 17. We get a fresh set of downs for the Owls. They are out of their own end zone area, and now inside the 45, caught by Young underneath, good for the first down, and that is beyond the 50-yard line, and Temple is driving. They are in Navy territory. Moore back to pass and then gives on the carry up the gut on the draw play. Fernando picks up 5 this time. Louisville lined up at a passing set and then gave it to the back up the gut. Able to get half the distance, but it's only second down, and they just have 5 yards to go. And it's caught by Mitchell, a floated pass. The defender in close proximity, unable to make a play. The floated pass caught by the receiver. The face mask on the play is going to set up Temple with first and goal from the Navy 5-yard line. 4:28 to go in the second quarter. 14-14 your score line.
First down, and they've got their eyes on that goal line.
Temple coming out in 11 personnel. Navy in a 3-3-5 bear. The give to Fernando. He breaks the tackle. The defender was there. He breaks another tackle. He's able to get positive yards. He's able to get 3 yards. There were 2 defenders that were on the scene quickly, but Fernando able to turn nothing into something. Picks up 3 yards. Now it's second and goal from the 2.5. Fernando breaks another tackle. The second tackler tackles him forwards. He picks up 2. Now going to be third and goal from inside the 1-yard line. And this time the defense ready for Fernando. They bring up the stop. And that will likely bring out the Temple special teams unit as red zone defense by Navy answers the call on their final opportunity and forces the attempt.
Temple could take the lead with this field goal. The kick is up, and it's through the upright.
Kick is up and between the pipes, and Temple takes the lead again, 17-14. But the Navy defense has to feel good about getting that stop, keeping them out of the end zone. 2 short distance opportunities by Temple. And 2 desperate attempts by the Navy defense to keep them out that were successful. Now first and 10 from the 26. That's the yard line. That's the down and distance where Navy will take over, trailing by 3 here in the first half. They will get the ball to start the second half. Moss in a spread set, surveying the field. Back to pass he goes, and it's caught underneath by Henry. He picks up 3. Now going to be second down and 7 as the clock begins to move with 3:12 remaining here in the first half.
It's second and 7. Ball on their own 30.
Here on second and 7, 11 personnel. Navy drops back, throws to the halfback. White doesn't want to go down. He's eventually tackled, but not before he gets to the first down. And now with 2:48 the clock, will momentarily stop. Navy will continue to make forward attempts.
From their own 37-yard line. First down.
Moss in a shotgun set in 11 personnel. Drops back, looks, surveys the defense. Caught over the middle. That's good for 8. Now going to be second and short. Every coach's favorite down and distance. No huddle. Go to midshipman. Trying to catch Temple off guard here. And very quickly up the gut to White. Perry White gets 5 yards. Perry White on the carry. To the midfield stripe they go. 2:06 on the clock. Temple ahead by 3.
2 minutes to go in the half.
Now with 4 down linemen are the Owls, responding to this 5-wide set by Navy. Back to pass goes Moss and throws underneath to Myers, happy to take the safer underneath route. Myers was open quickly, and Navy said, we'll take it. We've got timeouts. No panic in our game with 1:34 remaining in the first half. Over the middle, and it's intercepted by Connor. Connor with the first turnover in favor of Temple with 1:25 remaining. Nate Connor, the middle linebacker for the Owls, comes up with a big interception. It's 17-14. Temple leads. They have 3 timeouts. There's a minute and 25 left, and they have the ball at about their own 45-yard line. 11 personnel for the Owls, tight end and the halfback in the backfield. And it's a give up that got to Fernando. He gets 5, and it's going to be the first expenditure of a timeout by the Owls. 5-yard gain by Fernando takes them out to their own 49-yard line. And it's going to be 2nd and 5 with 1:21 remaining before the halftime break. Four receivers, including a tight end. To the sideline they go, and it's just enough to get the first down just before he was pushed out of bounds. Best of both worlds for the Owls as they get the first down to temporarily stop the clock, but he's tackled out of bounds to stop the clock until the next snap. Now with 1:17, Temple possessing 2 timeouts. They have the ball in Navy territory, but barely. 10 first downs apiece. Evenly matched ball game so far. Temple trying to stake out an advantage here in the first half as Mitchell makes the 6-yard catch. Turns 1st and 10 into 2nd and 4. Looks like he was pushed out of bounds by the defense. It's going to save a timeout by Temple. They've already spent 1 a play or 2 ago. And now they face 2nd and 4, 1:12 on the clock from the 39-yard line. Back to pass is Moore, looking, surveying. Flings it out flat to Fernando once again, and Fernando picks a couple of tackles. There's a flag on the play. Flag on the play. Let's see who it's on. Personal foul clipping. It goes against Temple. And it will turn a first down conversion in field goal range into 2nd and 8 from the Navy 44-yard line. Big punishment there, big penalty there in favor of Navy and against Temple. 2nd and 8 from the 44-yard line. There's a minute and a few seconds before we reach the break.
Temple is up a field goal.
11 personnel for the Owls here on 2nd and 8. Man in motion, left to right across your radio dial as Moore takes the snap. Looking. He's going to take off and he's going to throw it, but he was hit as he threw it. The ball falls harmlessly to the turf. And now a big 3rd and 8 here from the Navy 44-yard line as we approach halftime.
3rd down now, and they need to get it down to the 36.
17-14, Temple leads. Navy on defense. Temple with the football in the waning moments of the first half. Quarterback under center. Sends his man in motion. Drops back, looking, and throws the corner route complete to Walker. He picks up 13 and gets out of bounds. A key first down conversion for Temple, as well as being able to stop the clock. They now have the ball at the Navy 30-yard line. The Owls have 2 timeouts. Navy has 3 timeouts, and we have 55 seconds before the halftime. Temple puts a man in motion. Moore under center drops back, and it's intercepted by West. Huge interception by the Navy defense. Boy, do they need that. Johnny Moore throws his first pick of the game. Terrell West had great coverage by Navy. Comes up with a massive interception. That could be one of those plays when it's all said and done that decides the game, because it takes Temple out of field goal range, and it gives Navy possession with 3 timeouts and an opportunity to steal points before the half.
at midfield.
Moss on the play action pass, caught by Henry. He's wide open and running.
10.
Massive play.
And they make the stop at the 2.
Tackled just before the end zone. Navy electing not to score. They want to take all the time off the clock. They take a calculated risk, give up the touchdown in an effort to extend the drive for a few more plays, trying to take all the time off the clock. Reggie Henry coming up with a huge play after the interception. Talk about momentum. That interception is a play that we may look back on at the end of the ball game. As it stands right now, Navy is trailing in the waning moments of the first half. Moss is under center in an eye-tight formation.
Touchdown.
To give up the gut, and Perry White finds his way into the end zone. Navy retakes the lead, or takes the lead for the first time today, actually. 20-17, awaiting the extra point. They are hoping for a 4-point lead. There are scant seconds remaining in the half. That turnover, huge, as Temple was driving, looking to go up by 6 points or possibly 2 scores in the waning moments of the half. And instead, Navy able to take the lead before the half. Few seconds remaining. Anything still possible, but Navy in a much better position than they were just a scant few minutes ago. The midshipman now kicking off. Ewing puts it into the air. It goes deep into the end zone. Temple takes the touchback with 14 seconds left. We'll see what they do here on offense. They just gave up a turnover. They may want to just go into half, trailing by 4. They may try to be aggressive. We'll see what they have in mind. In fact, they're going to run the play clock down and call a running play. Navy ready for Fernando, tackled for no gain. That will be the end of the first half. Navy playing very well in the closing moments of a very tight ball game so far, coming up with a couple of huge plays just before the halftime break. Number 7, Navy 21, Temple 17 here in Philadelphia at the halftime break. Navy set to receive the kickoff. We'll take a brief 6-minute break. We'll throw some stats up on the screen and let you digest this first half that just occurred.
Just happened in your game. What a terrific first half. This is everything we anticipated this game being, and we're going to be riveted to this game, I feel like, David, in the second half, anticipating a terrific finish.
It's fun. It's living up to the hype every single time. We can't even turn the channel here. We got it on the big screen on the big 60-inch. Yes, it's quite nice, by the way, too. The weather's nice and warm. It's beautiful. Got some chips. We're opening them up a little bit, but great game, living up to the hype. It definitely feels like both teams are evenly matched. It feels like it can go either way. It feels like it's going to come down to the wire. And the only thing I hope it doesn't come down to is a kicker. Please don't come down to a kick in the end. Both these teams playing great D, playing great O, physical, pounding on each other, making big plays. Don't come down to a finesse kick by like a soccer player, please.
David's ready to get back on that couch, get the remote, get all the games dialed up to watch what's going on around the country. Time to get you back for your second half. Brad and Kirk ready to roll.
Looking at the halftime stats, 11 first downs apiece. Navy holding a 4-point lead as they were able to hold Temple inside their own 10-yard line and hold the Owls to a field goal. But Terrence West, the slot corner, coming up with the play of the game so far. Temple was driving, trying to go up 24-14 before the half. Instead, Terrence West comes up with the interception. Navy able to turn into points just before the break. And the midshipmen hold a 4-point lead entering the second half, where they will receive the second half kickoff.
Very close game now as we start the second half. He just drills this one. He's to the 20. Down at the 27-yard line.
Kickoff returns 27 yards.
Both squads are digging in now. Let's see what happens on this next
Navy
drive.
takes over on their own 27, leading by 4 as we begin the second half. 11 personnel for the midshipmen. 4 down linemen for Temple. Back to pass goes Moss, finds White out of the backfield. He picks up 4 yards. Now going to be second down, 6 yards to go. Here in the early moments of the third quarter in a 4-point ball game. "31-yard line, the marker, now 2nd and 6 for the midshipmen. They come out of the huddle, showing 11 personnel. This time, 3 down linemen for Temple. Machinations at the line of scrimmage by Moss. Omega up the gut with White. He is stopped after a gain of 1. Now going to be 3rd down and 5. 3rd and 5 for the midshipmen. As Perry White held to a 1-yard gain on that play.
From their own 32-yard line. It's 3rd down.
We're a minute into the second half. Navy holding a 4-point lead. They come out with 4 wide receivers and a tight end. Moss in a shotgun formation, surveying the defense. Back to pass he goes, and quickly to the sideline in the flat. He catches the ball. That's B.J. Fuller with the reception. It's his first catch of the day. It's good for a first down. It extends the drive, and Navy has 1st and 10 at their own 40.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 40.
Out of the huddle they come in an eye-tight formation. Navy going to take a look at some strategy moves here. See if they can come up with a situation that could possibly give them a hair of an advantage. Coaching machinations, coaching strategery. We'll see how it pays off as Navy comes out of the eye tight here on 1st and 10. Moss under center, Williams and Henry at tight end. White tackled for no gain on the play. Going to be 2nd and 10. White with 4.8 yards a carry so far. He's out to 11 carries. Sorry, 10 carries, 48 yards. Now here on 2nd and 10. 2 backs in the backfield and 2 tight ends. Moss in a shotgun set. Looking over the defense, trying to spot weaknesses. Drops back to pass. Hits White out of the backfield. White leans forward, gets an extra yard. Now going to be 3rd and 2. Following the 7-yard gain, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 2.5. We'll see when they come out of the huddle. It looks to be at almost exactly 2 yards to go. As Navy comes out in the spread set, 5 wide receivers on the play. Moss drops back. Wide open over the middle is Reggie Henry. Defense elected not to cover him based on their coverage call. Navy more than happy to get the completion in open territory and convert the 1st down. Now with a fresh set of downs and now in Temple territory, leading by 4. A field goal will put this out to a 7-point lead. A touchdown will put it to 11.
From the 43-yard line, 1st down.
Shotgun wide trips for Navy. 11 personnel facing off here against these Temple Owls. They give up the gut to White. He's got a little bit of space, enough to get 7 yards on 1st down. Now going to be 2nd and short, 2nd and 3 to be specific for these midshipmen. They're down to the Temple 35-yard line here on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Midshipmen leading by 4 in the here and now. Out of the huddle they come. They've got 4, check that, 3 receivers, 2 backs in the backfield. 3 backs in the backfield as White surveys the situation. They've got the pistol full house, and Moss going for the option to the right is tackled quickly. Going to be 3rd down and 2 as the defense crashed down on the pitchman and prevented that play from going any further. Now going to be 2nd and 2 from the 35-yard line for the midshipmen.
This is the 9th play of this drive.
3rd and 2, they break the huddle with 5 wide receivers. One of them, the tight end Reggie Henry, masquerading as a wide receiver. Moss in a shotgun set. Back to pass he goes, looking and caught by Henry. Has space to cut upfield. 1st down, Temple. Sorry, check that. 1st down, Navy against Temple. 150 yards receiving for Reggie Henry. He has been the star performer today for these midshipmen who are now facing 1st and 10 from the Temple 22 as they try to extend their 4-point lead. We're down to 2:52 left in the 3rd quarter as Navy breaks the huddle. They're in a pistol full house. Machinations at the line of scrimmage. They give up the gut to White. Defense meets him. He picks up a yard. Now going to be 2nd and 9. The ball resting at the 21, well inside field goal range for Navy. But they'd like nothing more than to extend this drive. We're here in the late moments of the third quarter, 2:16 and counting. Navy with the lead in the football.
2nd and 9 coming up here. Ball on the 21. Navy is up 4.
Eye-tight formation. 4 down lineman for Temple. Moss under center. Play action pass. Rolls out to his right. Caught by Williams underneath. Falls forward an extra 2 yards. Picks up 9. Not going to be 3rd and inches. Good spot here for the midshipmen with 1:42 and rolling here in the third quarter. I formation for the midshipmen. Moss with the give up the gut. It's good for the first down. Leonard Scott falls forward, picks up 6 yards. Clutch first down for Leonard Scott. Not going to be 1st and goal from the 7 as we approach the 1-minute mark here in the third quarter. Navy ahead by 4. They have the football. They've eaten away a lot of the third frame. Eye normal set for Navy. Moss gives it up the gut to White. White tackled, but not before he picks up 4. More than half the distance they needed. Now going to be 2nd down and goal from the 3.
And this is the 14th play of the drive.
Breaking the huddle.
Navy is up by 4.
Navy coming out in an 11 personnel set. 4 down linemen for Temple. Moss in a shotgun look. Fakes the handoff, keeps the ball, finds its way into the paint, and Navy takes the 2-score lead. Just a few moments ago, Temple looking to take a 2-score lead. Instead, it is the midshipmen who hold the 2-score lead here in the dying embers of the third quarter, leading 27-17, awaiting the extra point.
He flips the uprights with the extra point. Reese Davis is standing by with this update. Reese.
Got a good one going in Fort Worth. And for TCU, they're having all kinds of trouble so far. The Cowboys are on top, 27-17.
And for Navy, wow, that's big news. If that score holds up and they win this game, it's going to be good news when the national polls come out. Ewing looks ready to kick this one off.
Midshipmen set to kick off.
And he got all of this one. Great
Deep
hit.
into the end zone it goes.
And it goes into the end
Temple
zone.
bends the knee,
Moss's game
and they'll take over possession down by 2 scores for the first time today.
in the third quarter. He's done everything we expected.
We'll see if that impacts their balanced attack.
He's just one of those guys that has the ability to take a game over. And, you know, we've seen it all year with him. It's not shocking to see what he's been able to do today, but it is fun to watch. I mean, he makes
7
good
seconds,
decisions.
007, James Bond on the clock here in the third quarter.
And up to this point, this defense has not been able to do anything.
Back to passes more. A quick pass to Mitchell. Picks up 6. That's going to end the third quarter. The final play of the third quarter gets half the distance to first down for the Owls, but they trail by 11 to the 7th-ranked Navy midshipmen as we enter the final frame of the ball game.
Welcome back to the action here as we resume play here in quarter number 4.
First play of the fourth quarter finds Temple facing a 2nd and 4 from just outside their 30.
And he's taken down
Caught
at the 42-yard
by
line.
Young.
Effort by the receiver to come down with
Good for the first down, and Temple goes no huddle. No surprise there. Fernando in the backfield. Moore gives it to him. He finds a gap, gets the first down on a 15-yard gain. One of his better carries today, gets a first down for the Owls. With 7:52 remaining in the ballgame. Back to passes. Moore throws out to Fernando, and he's got the first down once again. 7:46 left in the fourth. Temple just a hair inside the Navy midshipman 30-yard line. This time, too many defenders meet Fernando too early, and it's going to be a loss of 1, and yet Temple stays with the no-huddle attack, trying to catch Navy off guard. We'll see how the coaches adjust. Moore on the draw play, and once again, too much traffic. Fernando had some good momentum moving forward after he got the ball, but he ran into too many bodies. As it stands now, it's going to be 3rd and long. 3rd and 14 to be precise, from the 36-yard line of the midshipman. Navy ahead by 11.
3rd down now, and they need to get it to the 22.
Big play here in the context of the ball game, as there are not too many seconds left on the clock. It is another run by Fernando. 3 straight runs by Fernando after it was 2nd and 11. And now they're facing 4th and 14. They will bring the special teams unit out onto the field. Navy not buying it. They're going to go ahead and take little risk, line up in a defense, a regular defense, and plan for the fake. The field goal, well short and wide off to the right side. That attempt kicked by a 15-year-old, or at least it looked like it. And Navy will take over with 6 minutes, 37 seconds left, ahead by 11. They have fought, scratched, clawed their way from the second quarter to now to stake out this lead, and now they have the ball with the same lead here in the fourth quarter. Shotgun wide trips. Moss on the keeper. He's tackled after a gain of 2. Now going to be 2nd down, 8 yards to go.
Second and 8. Ball on their own 37. They spread the field.
They break the huddle. They have 5 receivers on the field. Navy in a shotgun 5 wide. 3 down linemen for Temple. As Moss takes the snap, drops back, looks over the middle, deflected. Heavy coverage there. Navy fortunate to only get the deflection. And now facing 3rd and 8 from their own 37. They lead by 11. They have a comfortable or semi-comfortable 2-score margin here in the late going of this ball game. Back to pass goes Moss, looking and caught by Henry. There was a defender there. He was a little bit slow to react, and that was enough time for Henry to come down with a catch. Reggie Henry with another successful reception. The star receiver for the midshipmen coming down with another key clutch catch. 49-yard line of Temple, the marker. 5:38 and counting on the clock. Those aren't electoral votes. They are the waning moments of Temple's hope. Eye tight formation for Navy. First and 10, ball just inside the right hash.
Makes it out to about
White
the
gets
36.
another first down, consecutive first downs for Navy. And they are now well into Temple territory. 36-yard line. A field goal will put them up by 2 touchdowns. As it stands now, though, they are able to comfortably watch seconds in time melt off the clock. We approach the 5-minute mark.
Ball on the 36.
Navy comes out of the huddle here on first and 10, holding an 11-point lead. They give up the gut to White. Positive yardage by Perry White. Picks up 5.
That brings up 2nd and 5.
Is the offensive line able to get a good enough push to give him room for options? Now going to be 2nd and 5 from the 31-yard line as we approach the halfway point of the 4th quarter.
From the 31-yard line, it's 2nd down.
Spread set for Navy here on 2nd and 5. Back to pass goes Moss, looking and out of the backfield finds White.
Pushed out of bounds.
White is tackled out of bounds. That'll only momentarily stop the clock before the officials can replace the ball at the line of scrimmage and get that ticker moving again.
First and 10. Ball on the 23-yard line.
350 and counting as Navy comes out in 5 wide. They're going to take a shot here depending on the coverage. Moss drops back, looking, rolls to his left, doesn't like the looks, and he is tackled after a 1-yard gain. Now going to be 2nd down, 9 yards to go. The low-risk play chosen by Peter Moss here with only 3:20 and counting on the clock.
We've got a 2nd and 9 here. Ball on the 21-yard line.
Now facing 2nd and 9. 11 personnel for the midshipmen. Back to pass goes Moss, looking, and flings it out near the sideline to Henry. He is into the end zone. Reggie Henry with another big play for the Navy offense. He has been the offensive star. Reggie Henry finds his way into the end zone. A good day today for the tight end, as he has taken command of the Navy offense and gifted them a 18-point lead awaiting the extra point.
Just under 3 to go in regulation. And he tacks on the extra point. Let's go to the studio for this Reese Davis update.
The Horned Frogs roll into today's game, ranked 3rd in the nation.
We see there in other scores around the country. Number 3 TCU leading Oklahoma State by 4 in the 4th quarter there.
31-27.
In our scores around the country here in League One. In this game, Navy, having just scored, takes a 3-score lead with 2:48 remaining.
Sends it sailing downfield. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback.
Kickoff travels deep into the end zone. That means that Temple will take over their 25, but they trail by 18.
Having the typical game that you'd expect to see from them as far as communication, I think it's affected the rest of the offense.
Well, the guys are chomping at the bit down there, waiting for the game to start back up.
They break the huddle, facing off against the 3-3-5 defense. Moore on the draw play to Fernando. He picks up 4. He's got 18 carries for 70 yards and a touchdown today. Fernando, not disappointing. However, Temple's offense, the rest of it, has voted absentee today.
Throws complete. He's got space to work. Steps out of bounds at about the 31.
The pass towards the sideline finds the sideline marker. It's complete for a short distance. Not going to be check that, 3rd and 4. Back pass is Moore, and on the corner route finds Travis Andrews for an 11-yard gain, and they will rush up to the line of scrimmage. The only thing they do know is how to try, and try they will. Caught by Fernando. Good for 4, going to be 2nd and 8. Clock continues to tick away.
A little more than 2 minutes to go in the 4th quarter.
We're just at the 2-minute mark here in the 4th quarter. Moore looking, finds the open man. He's short of the first down, but they'll give him forward progress. It was close, and Andrews able to convert. That will give Temple a first down. Andrews doesn't like what it looks and then flings it deep into the end zone. Mike Young with a miracle catch, but it may be too little too late as there are only 100 ticks remaining on the clock. Touchdown Temple. That will draw them to within 2 scores. But again, only 100 seconds remain in this football game here in regulation. Temple missing the 2-point conversion helps a little bit. Oh, they're going to try the 2-point conversion. Check that. They're going to try the 2-point conversion. Try to give themselves a little boost in momentum. They get that little boost, and Trey Joseph converts. But with 100 seconds left, Navy set to receive the kickoff. Here with 10 seconds left in the game. A minute and 40 seconds left in the game. The ball needing to go 10 yards. That's where my brain was. 10 yards, not 10 seconds. And it is recovered on the kick. 1:39 to play. Navy recovers thanks to Ronnie Hampton. And Temple now in full desperation mode.
Great passing was the key for the offense the last time they had the ball. They were able to pick apart the defense and get down the field for a touchdown.
Read option play here by Navy. Tackled quickly and a timeout taken quickly by Temple. They were ready for that particular play. Now, Navy facing a 2nd and 14. They're going to come out spread set. They say, screw the clock, we want the first down. Snaps the ball, looking, and tackled for a loss. A sack of Peter Moss, going to set up 3rd and 21. Timeout by Temple will stop the clock. And now it will be 3rd and 21 yards from the 46-yard line. As Navy will try not to turn the ball over in order to prevent any extra momentum boost by Temple. Back to pass goes Woods, looking, rolling to his left. Lots of green space. Acres of green space. Picks up the first down. Out of bounds he goes. The out of bounds will stop the clock for the first down. Possibly more important, as we now just have 1:26 remaining on the game clock, with Navy ahead by 2 scores.
From the 28-yard line, first down.
High, tight formation for the midshipmen. Woods in the backfield. Moss under center. Taking a look at everything. Now the give up the gut to White. He's got good yardage. And Perry White picks up 8 thanks to good blocking. There's been good blocking all day, in fact, by the Navy offense, opening up holes for the running backs. Good for 2, 3, 4 yards in situations that may not have dictated 2 or 3 or 4 yards. Sticking with the eye tight are the midshipmen. They lead by 10. They give up the gut to White. It's good for a first down. First down for the Tomb Invaders. And now facing 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. Colo will attempt to get to the bottom of this. 11 personnel. End zone in sight. Moss on the keeper, tackled quickly. Now going to be 2nd down and 14 as Peter Moss loses 4 on the carry. Clock moving, 42 and counting. Temple needing a miracle.
2nd and 14. Ball on the 23.
Give up the gut to White. He picks up 5 of the 14. Now going to be 3rd down, 9 yards to go. One has to believe that it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to get an extra ingredient. As it stands now, they'll face at least one nasty, nasty vampire. We'll see who it is. And the kick is up and good by Navy. They lead by 13, 38-25.
And for Cobb, he's over 100 yards on the ground. The Mountaineers on top by 3. Midway through the fourth
A successful drive by the Navy offense, doing their part
Moss's performance, one for the books.
to avoid
Isn't it fun when you know coming
difficulties
into a game that you think a player might be able
on the
to
part of their
step up
opponents.
and separate himself from the rest of the pack, and then he delivers. Boy, it's been a real
The player of the game, Peter Moss, 21 out of 23. He's got 252 yards passing, along with a bucket of yards on the ground, multiple touchdowns either way. And the midshipmen win 38-25. As they were able to stay with Temple. It was 7-0, 7-7, 14-7, 14 all, 17-14, and then a stop. And there was a moment there with Temple driving in the late moments of the first half, trying to go up by 2 scores that would have made this a fundamentally different game. But Terrence West, the slot corner for Navy, comes up with the play of the game, the clutch play from the slot corner, coming up with the interception that not only prevented a points score by Temple, but then enabled Navy to steal points, extend a lead. And when it was all said and done, Navy able to bleed Temple out. Looking at the stats, fairly close in yardage, slight edge in first downs for Navy, slight edge in yardage for Navy. Both teams with a turnover apiece, but none bigger than Terrence West's pick late in the first half. Navy able to put up 38 points on the board as they went 8 for 8 on third down, while Temple managed 4 for 6, a very high percentage for Temple at 4 for 6, but Navy 8 for 8 on third down. Key conversions there coming for the midshipmen. They dominate in time of possession, but the stat line is twofold. It is the interception by Terrence West, and it is the 8 for 8 on third down by the midshipmen. When the bell rung and the tolls chimed, Navy responded in those high pressure situations, going 8 for 8 on third down and win the ball game thanks to a key defensive play and offensive consistency. Navy will survive in advance, and they will give Temple their first loss of the season. The Temple Owls drop to 5-1. Navy moves on and moves forward. There's the box score. Temple with a fast start, that no huddle attack, able to generate some points. But Navy stuck to their guns, answered the bell, and it is the midshipmen who emerge triumphant. They will stay at 7 or above in the polls, and more importantly, gain a key conference win as they attempt to make it back to the American Conference Championship game. More games to follow for the midshipmen, more games to follow for the Syracuse Orange. Taking a look at next week, Tulsa pays a visit to Navy in what promises to be a major recruiting game for the midshipmen. Tulsa, a team coming into the game with a losing record, and additionally, Florida State at 4-1, facing off against number 1 Syracuse at 5-0, and this is a game whereby Florida State has had the roster and the coaching and the intangibles enough to stay with Syracuse and provide for a close matchup. Last 2 years in a row, Florida State holding Syracuse and keeping the game within 1 score. It was not decided until the waning seconds between Florida State and Syracuse. So that will be a game next week. That will be the second game of the doubleheader. The first game of the doubleheader will, as mentioned, be Tulsa visiting Navy. Tulsa coming in with a winning record, but not roster-wise as challenging as this Temple team, this undefeated Temple team that Navy just vanquished. And for their part, Navy now at 5-2, 3-1 in the conference, holding on to the 7th position in the rankings, trying to do the best that they can do for the remainder of the season and survive in advance. We thank you for joining us for this exciting doubleheader between Syracuse and Louisville, as well as Navy and Temple. We hope you have an excellent rest of the weekend. We hope you and yours stay safe. We hope you have a great next week. Kick its ass.